Hello everyone, this is going to be the last video of a 3-part series showing how to get the Infinity HP potion. The potion piece that we're going to be after today is the Sherkhan's Panacea. Sherkhan's Necropolis is a 210 recommended AP spot, however I would recommend something like 220 or 230 Kudum, seeing as they CC you very easily and you want to be able to clear them more efficiently. Now this grind spot is different from others in the sense that the mobs will differ depending on if it is day or nighttime. During the daytime there are 2 mobs that drop the Panacea, and at nighttime there's 1. The 2 daytime mobs are the great sword wielding warrior Belkadas and the dual axe wielding berserker Garud. These 2 mobs do not drop the piece at nighttime. The rotation I'll be using today is located southeast of the main node, also my node is at level 7. For this video, I'll be using 265 Nuver. I didn't use my Kudum seeing as 298 DP felt sufficient. So I like to start in this corner over here where I pointed out on the map. It's a good spot to rest your horse as well as put your tent so you can get your buffs up. Something I like to point out is that while I'm grinding, I'm going to be targeting specific mobs that are wandering on their own, such as this Garud right over here. It'll be in your best interest to include them in your pulls so that you can increase your chances at getting the Panacea. Now even if you have more than enough DP to survive these mobs, you're still going to want to make sure to either dodge, put up a frontal guard, or put up an SA so that you don't get CC chained. These mobs are very good at CC chaining and they'll keep you down for quite a bit of time, and if it happens to you a lot, you're going to be wasting a lot of time that you could be using in your rotation. Another thing about Sherkhan's is that due to the fact that it's so open, it isn't uncommon to have players wander in and overextend into your rotation. This next pack I try not to pull further than these rocks over here, otherwise they're going to de-aggro, so try to compact them in this little spot over here. Also make sure not to get caught by the rocks for the next section that we'll be going through over here. This next pack over here does have a Belkadas that's on the side, so try to include him within your pull. The Garud that I'm going to poke right over here does wander around, so keep an eye out for him. Try not to pull the first pack too far in, otherwise they're going to de-aggro. After I pulled this pack, I ended up going a little bit too far, so I backtracked a tiny bit just so that they wouldn't de-aggro, so make sure not to stay where I initially landed. This next pack is going to have a Garud that has a very wide walking range. Don't worry, when you pull it, it's still going to follow you all the way to the end over here. If you extend into the trees, the previous pack is going to de-aggro. Using this rotation, I was making roughly 60 mil an hour off of trash loot, and between the Orkenrad belts, Hooms, Kafras, Dragon Scales, etc., I was making approximately 100 mil per hour over here, so the money isn't too bad, although that is with my pets, Comma Blessing, and regular loot scroll. Finally, after killing these 2 packs over here, you would have completed 1 full rotation. Next up, I'm going to talk about the mob that drops the piece at nighttime. Once it is 10 PM in-game, all of the mobs will disappear, and what will be left are statues. Which means rather than Belkadas and Garud, you'll want to target the dual hammer-wielding monster called Latte. A few things to note about the nighttime mobs. They still have a lot of CCs, although they hit way harder and they have much more HP. Also, they drop a different type of trash loot which is worth more since it's more difficult to acquire. If you have less than 280 DP, I recommend that you use potions. Each time you want to fight these night mobs, you're going to have to spend 10 energy to be able to summon it. For this reason alone, most people actually don't grind here at nighttime. After it's summoned, you're going to have 1 minute and 20 seconds to kill this mob. A few things to note about this mob is that it has a quick rush, CCs, and a couple AoEs. As long as you pay attention to its body language, however, you should be fine. While it isn't confirmed if this mob has a higher drop rate percentage, I personally find it hard to believe that a mob that requires 10 energy to summon and takes more time to kill doesn't have at least a slightly higher increased drop rate. Although I don't go out of my way to come here if it's nighttime, I do stick around if it hits night while I'm grinding. This statue is located just where we started the grind earlier. There is another one just down over here just in case the statue is actually taken. Just be sure to approach the statue that has a hammer and says latte when you go to spend your energy. Also, I made nearly the same amount of silver. Overall, Sherkhan's Necropolis wasn't too bad of a grind spot. I did actually enjoy the fact that the mobs CC'd you very often. It forces you to kind of pay attention and keeps you awake while you're grinding. Although I understand this might be a negative for some, seeing as the potion grind is very long and most people might actually want an easy grind instead. But honestly, once you learn what to look out for and you get the hang of it, I found this grind to be rather enjoyable. Also, for those that don't have a tent, you'll be happy to know that there is actually a vendor right on the node. Currently, I don't have any plans to pursue the infinite MP potion. However, if you have any questions about it or you want to see some content about it, just let me know. I hope this video helped answer any questions you had about Sherkhan's Necropolis HP potion grind. If it didn't, feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section down below, or just tune in on one of my streams when I'm streaming on Twitch. Otherwise, as always, thank you very much for watching and take care. Bye.